Friday. Just played 2 games, got kind of frustrated. I'm here with Gretorp, and we are going to continue our gameplay. But first, we're going to watch the replay from our last game. Now, so, why are we going to do this? Okay. Why are we going to watch the replay?
What we're just building is pretty much metrics on how much we're messing up, and we want to reduce the amount of time we're messing up.
Right.
Okay. So the first metric I'm going to say, it's very arbitrary, but I'm going to give it to you. We want to make sure that we're doing that rotation and we have Marines constantly going through all of our stuff. We don't want them queued up as well, but we're looking for them to be our barracks basically being efficient, right? They're in use at all times unless we're supply blocked or capped at 200. So we're going to go through this replay, and what I want to show you is just your barracks and the efficiency of your barracks, okay? And I'm just going to, I know this is going to be really nitpicky, but I just want to show you how much room we have to increase the speed of our rotation. So right now we can already see we weren't making a Marine there. Okay, that's we're just going to count how many times we're not making Marines.
That's going to be a lot of counting.
It's going to be a lot. So there's another time.
So that's like how late I was. That barrack was up for a while.
Correct. But here we're great. We're perfect here. And we're a little bit late, but this is great. That's fine. So I'm only counting 1 mistake so far in the first little bit. First 10 minutes, rather. So here's another time. We're going to count this as 2. And it's just 10 minutes, right? That's all we're going to count. And then this is 3. And we're good so far. Hold on. And here's another time, 4. Okay? So you can see there, when we're just concentrating on this, obviously if you were just concentrated on this during game, you wouldn't do this at all. But because you have to do the rotation, there's a lot of inefficiency in your play. And we want to speed up the rotation to remove the amount of mistakes that we have in the first 10 minutes. Of course, it's going to happen later on. But see, a battle happens, and we're completely distracted and not doing this.
Yeah.
And this is what we want to hedge. This is what we really want to remove. So I counted 6 mistakes.
In the first 10 minutes.
In the first 10 minutes of just your barracks, which is okay. I thought you played really, really well. But if we want to reduce those to, 3, 2, maybe even 1 mistake.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we're playing at a very, very high level.
At what time do you think it's a good time to expand?
Expanding, I said last time, as soon as you start to dry up in your minerals, then you can expand. That's what I really want to keep you on.
Just keep it on that schedule.
You'll see the first game was perfect. We went up to 8 barracks, we went up to 8 barracks, and you had a really hard time spending.
Okay.
You had a really hard time spending. No, that's wrong. Banking money.
Because you're always money.
Yeah, making money. Because you were spending.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we want to get into. That we want to get into a position where we need more money. We have a purpose to get that expansion.
Okay.
Right. Right now, we have no reason to get another expansion because we're floating 1,200 minerals. We want to make sure our barracks are up. We're doing constant production. And realistically, you are only on 1 base. You can see this base. This one's pretty much mining out. Okay, maybe 2 bases. This is pretty good. But realistically, if all these barracks are working at all times, you shouldn't have this surplus. But we do because we're not at that efficiency level.
Right.
So what we can do for now is to overmake production and say go up to 16 barracks.
Okay.
And that's inefficient, but at least we're spending everything.
Because you always want to keep your minerals down.
Down. We want to materialize all of our minerals and gas into something we can actually attack our opponents.
You know what I notice a lot in my own personal gameplay is I either do really, really good and I keep my minerals really low the entire game, or throughout the entire game I'm just really over. I think I'm just an extremist kind of player where I'm either doing...
That happens all the time. What's the in-between?
An in-between?
Yeah, what's the in-between of that? Like you have only 1,000 minerals?
Yeah, I would say so, but I always have either like a surplus.
Whenever you have a big surplus, just when in doubt, you throw down 6 barracks and you throw down 6 depots, something like that.
Okay.
Spend all of that, and it's also production. So if you have, a lot of income, obviously you'll be able to spend it all with your production.
Okay.
You have the supply depots to help you out as well.
And I also, this is the last thing I just want to say, I see a lot of people protecting their bases with siege tanks.
We'll get to that later. We don't care
Okay.
about killing our
We don't wanna
opponents.
get there yet.
We don't care about killing our opponents.
We're just working on production.
Yes. Our production and our massing of units is going to result in killing our opponents.
Okay.
But right now, we're focused on other things. We don't care it's actually a war game. We're just playing against ourselves, basically.
Right.
I would actually have you play this in single player. That's the most ideal. But I know that's really boring for you. I want you to feel the battles as well. I don't want it to be super dry to the point where you don't want to play anymore.
Right. No, but I enjoy playing on ladder. Also, I like that you were talking about the stress level, and I feel like the stress level keeps it kind of, makes me really have to try.
How did you feel after the pause, by the way?
I mean, during the pause, I had totally my thoughts collected, but as soon as that unpause went, I just went right back into freak out mode.
Okay. Well,
I'm not there yet.
No, that's fine. But really try to use that pause more often, okay?
Okay, I will.
So
and every time I'm gonna just
just relax.
Yes.
And
I'm already
I told you
about it.
3 things to do. Why don't you just do 1 thing to do?
Okay.
And just say, okay, what's the next thing I want to do? Make more units. That's all I'm gonna focus on. I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm collected. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and we are going to do that. Whenever we get back, we're going to jump right into a game with cool, calm, and collected thoughts.